good day, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Hope you're having a great day. I'm just gonna do my my social postings, and then we're gonna get right ahead and start. All right, we are good to go. No announcements today. I did get myself a new phone. That's all I have to say about that. I got it about half set up, so yeah. I'm not even gonna wait. I'm just gonna jump right in a minute. I'm just gonna get myself my drink, and then we're good to go. You love it for Fora. Yeah, same here. On the list of the games that we're playing, this is probably, it's really high on my list. All right, let's get this party started. I actually remembered my timer this time. So I periodically do things correctly. All right, we are, according to the game, 2 hours and 46 minutes in, which sounds about right. All right, so we are, I'm gonna tweak my balances here. There we go, that's better. So we got as far as getting Yang back. Now we did power level Palome, which did not take nearly as long as I thought it would. Cutie pie, huh? How's it going, Curse Bussing? So we did complete our first game incentive. We are working on our second one on the donation page for defeating pink puffs, which would basically be a grind, and we'd see if we get a pink tail. There's also a sort of bonus incentive where for every rare summon we get, I'll donate $5 if we get any. We'll see. And honestly, the same goes for like anything that's like super rare. So if we get like a Lilith Rod or what would be next? I'm trying to think what would be next on the list. But anything that I would consider to be rare, like rare rune staff, stuff like that. So we just have to finish this dungeon first. I'm going to try to do a balance of fighting stuff and just running away to save time. And of course, the famous crocodile. Yeah, yesterday went pretty well. We kind of blasted through what I would consider to be the game's first chapter. We're in the second chapter now. I'm going to see how much plain old Ice 1 does. Pretty darn good. We don't have to literally get everything. But if it's kind of on the way, why not? So we do plan to have about a 3-hour stream today. I have an idea of where I'm hoping that I end up at 3 hours. Okay. So I had a bit of a fun day today. Like I mentioned, I got a new phone. I have been using an old OnePlus since basically the start of COVID, and decided it was time that I finally upgrade. So I was expecting the delivery this morning, but I have to work, and I'm at home, but I have to work. So I decided I was going to message my upstairs neighbor, see if they could sign for it if it comes up to the front door, because no one's ever going to know to come to my door. And they never showed up when they were supposed to. So instead, I had to wait. I spent my lunchtime up there. They never showed up. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a chance. I made a sign for the front door telling FedEx, hey, knock on the door on the side of the house, because that's where I am. And I figured there was like a 50-50 chance they would do it. And he did it. So I got my phone. But I got the thing basically kind of set up. I haven't used an iPhone in forever. Like 8 or 9 years at least. I think actually longer than that. Cecil. All right, so this is where we have a little bit of an LOL. Oh, that was a misclick. That's fine. Param can take care of it. Easy. Well, obviously we should not have taken Bagan as word. All right, let's did anyone get hurt? Yeah, just Yang did. We're just gonna go ahead and organize our inventory, so to speak. All right, let's give him that. All right. And the king is obviously not the king. We're just gonna let Tella take care of it. Well, at least they gained a level. All right. So now that we've got that done, I'm gonna head out of here. We're gonna make 2 pit stops. Well, 3 pit stops technically, I guess. All right. Well, Quake Kid has been great and definitely made our lives easy for 2 boss fights, but it's time to say bye. Tella tries but fails. All right. So with 2 fiends gone, Golb is I think starting to get a little concerned, I think. That said, Quake Kid's gone, which is like the biggest threat we had. All right. We have our airship. Sweet. All right. So we got to go to Toria to go collect the last crystal. All right. We're going to quickly go clean out the dungeon here. So the biggest loss we have, honestly, is because we're playing the US version, we don't have hourglass items. which actually make little pieces of this a lot easier. Because we have a couple monster fights to do. So we're going to go do the Eblin chests. Unfortunately, all the items here are like a lot crappier because we don't have any of the really, really good items. Most things just get replaced with like 10 secure ones. All right, so we're done here. All right, we're gonna go here. The main reason for this is just to make Sid a little more useful. Oh my god. Frog, get out of the way. Plus the money doesn't hurt either. All right, so we have Sid. Let's move Tellus down here. Move Sid up there. So Sid has prisoner armor, and I actually found this out. So I kind of discovered this. Some people might already know, but I kind of discovered it by accident. Is the prisoner armor make you immune to sleep, which doesn't seem like a whole lot. But I was doing a solo playthrough with Cecil, and I got kind of stuck in a wall with when I had to fight Luke, because he would put me to sleep, and then he would use his laser on me, which would like just basically instantly kill Cecil. So I was trying to figure out, how do I make it so that I don't get put to sleep? And that's when I discovered, I'm like, oh, prisoner armor actually makes you immune to sleep. I'll get 1 silver armor. It doesn't have much other use, so in every other respect, it's kind of crap. But it has that one single property that makes it kind of okay-ish. Paladin, get rid of this, don't need it. Also, unfortunately, apparently, you don't get a refresh after you fight Kanazo. You don't get a heal. Which is kind of funny. You would think after like a long cutscene, you just don't get an auto heal, and this one you don't. All right. I'm gonna make another side trip. See if I can actually remember which one's which. Yeah, I did it. Yay. All right, so I am going to do this a very specific way. Good job. Tella, what the hell are you doing? All right, there we go. It's a little bit better. Come on, Tella. All right, that was fine. All right, let's heal up here. All right, so my main goal is just trying to kind of keep them distracted. Oh, they can't be. Yeah. Hmm. All right, I might need to do a big heal here. quote unquote big heal. All right, this should be fine. Hmm. This is fine. Wow, I actually died. All right, well, that's $5. All right, let's start doing that again. I'm going to do it a different way, though. I'm going to get the other item first. Priority 1 is just try to kill as many things as possible in one hit. This is actually fine. I don't mind. Yeah, he can kill Tell. That's fine. It's actually kind of preferable. All right, so the Slumber Sword will be handy. All right. All right. Well, we got the one fight. There's no item. There's items up here, but no monsters. So we'll go do this. Okay. Come on, menu. Be a little bit faster responsive. Thank you. There we go. Of course. Let's just burn some resources. Oh, yeah. Good, great. I was gonna say, like, are we gonna like run away at some point? All right. All right, let's do this again. All right. Life. Ooh, okay. That was a bonus. Yeah, you would, wouldn't you? All right. Seriously? Who are you gonna do that to? Yeah, of course. All right. That was a little bit better. All right, let's try this again. Hopefully not lose this time. All right, let's Can I wonder if I size these guys? Try to be a threat now. All right. And once we get this done, then we're off to like actual progress. All right, we're done here. See if we can park this bulldozer. So we have to come here to get the harp. I have only forgotten to do this once. And it's greatly embarrassing if you do it. All right. Now that we've done the important thing here. All right. It's not a lot here that we need to do. I'll get some cure ones just so we've got a stock of them. I'll stay at the end just because. All right, let's go. All right, next stop is north. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go get the items in the back here. I think there's an ether 2 back here. Yeah, an ether 2 and an ether 1. All right, so we're gonna go to Cave Manganese and run away from every fight. And we're just going to kind of make a beeline for the bottom. I don't worry about getting all the treasure chests because there's only one treasure chest that's really worth getting there. All right, need black chocobo. Where are you hiding? There you are. Come back here. All right. All right, so we're going to be basically defenseless in here. With the exception of Yang. Yang's going to be fine. Thankfully, we can actually use arrows. Just in case, but we're basically running from everything. And we're just making a beeline for the bottom. Oops. We'll get a chest like this if it's not way out of our way. All right. Okay, I'm just going to take a quick minute. I'll be right back. Okay, that's better. Had a bit of a sneezing fit. Vamp girl. We'll get these ones because they're not way out of the way. And a cure 3 is pretty good. We can get Mind Flayer from them. Very, very rare though, but right, there we go. All right. We shall continue on. That's basically the only weapon, or the only chest really, that I would consider a requirement in here. All right, save. All right, I'm going to put everything back on here just because it makes the next cutscene a little faster. All right, silver. Everybody's good. You cannot go any further. You cannot take my crystal. You cannot use metallic weapons. You cannot defeat me. That's fine. We'll do it. Oh, never mind. Guess not. But that's okay. Edward to the rescue. Stay in bed. I must save them. All right, we are pretty much good. All right. This is not going to be really much of a problem. There. Yeah, he's week to week. But only after he becomes a dragon. All right. So this is where we just leave and forget to take the crystal with us. That I have also done once. How's it going, Johnny? Happy day. We're just going to use this little shortcut here to get the treasure chest. Yeah, we're just going to cut across here. Normally I wouldn't care, but it's an ether too, so it's worth doing. All right. Now we don't have to get the black chocobo, but I'm going to get the black chocobo anyway. I'm going to go up here. All right, done here. So let's go just take all their items and leave. I don't know if you saw it, Johnny. I finally got a new phone after like 6 years. 6 years? Yeah, 6. I think 6. I've joined the 2020s. Yeah. And I don't have an issue so much with my phone. The phone itself is fine. You have an iPhone 10? Yeah, that's a few back. Yeah, I got a 16 Pro Max. I figured if I'm going to upgrade, I might as well like just flat out upgrade. All right, we'll do a little bit of inventory cleanup and then off to the next dungeon. All right, we don't need that. We don't need those. We'll keep one Gaia. Get rid of the crossbow because we have the great bow now. Yeah, we'll keep the rest. Yeah, we got through him. All right. How are we? Not doing great for stats, so we'll go to the end and say hello. Oh, almost dropped my controller. All right. So we're going to rocket through. We're going to get all the treasure. but we're just going to kind of rocket through. I'm not concerned about fighting things other than the bosses, because my main goal now is just getting Rosa and Rydia back. And I always find that this dungeon just has a really high encounter rate anyway. I'm just going to wait until I get all the treasure chests before I equip everything, just to save some time. Aw, cute puppets. All right, we will fight this though. All right, this room's kind of boring. So if we're really lucky when we get Rosa, she'll have like 600 hit points. All right, we're going to do all three of these paths. Okay. Getting a lot of strike first, at least. All right, one more. All right. And now we keep going up. All right, so Cecil gets fire sword, fire shield. Sid gets the earth hammer. He gets the wizard robe for now. Poison. All right. Sid wishes he was as good as Bloom. Here's hoping we get a good one. Eh. All right, that's fine. Nice crit. Easy. All right, we're just going to go back and save. Everything you were doing here is perfectly normal. All right, let's go. Tella's got this. No one can ever defeat me. Meteo. No, no. Yeah. We'll talk about like how he dropped a meteor on the enemy while he's inside a tower later. You use the meteor. No, Tella, no. What? Yeah, literally one more letter. But they had to have like the spell icon in the front, right? Because if they didn't have the spell icon in the front, then they would have been able to do a meteor. Bye, Tella. Rip and Blinky death. Kane, stop being a loser. Let's get going. Be my friend again, please. The whole Cecil Kane Rosa thing is like a high school like it's like a love triangle from high school. They're best friends, then they hate each other, then they're best friends again, then they hate each other, then they're best friends. The one ends up being a loner for the rest of their life, while the other two get married. Oh, two characters, one sprite. So my hope is Rosa has at least 600 health, because that should put her quite a ways along. $700. Wow, she's already 25. What does she have? Okay, doing good. All right, let's get you some actual caster wear here. Just kind of get stuff where it needs to be. Exit goes at the bottom. Hue. Let's do a menu. I'm pretty sure it's my SNES now. Her head was just two. Her head was just two eyeballs. Oh, I guess I see it. Like her shoulder is an eye. Thank you, Johnny. It's like they know I'm in the middle of a boss fight. Should be pretty close. Yeah. All right. Let's not talk about how Rose's exit spell just takes her directly to Cecil's bedroom. Let's not ask why that's a thing. All right. So we were at little less than an hour and a half, and we were going into the underground, which I think is about what I mentioned yesterday. I think that's kind of what I said I wanted to do. Oops. Yeah, we're fine. No issues here. Now, Sid should have known better than to fly his airship into the middle of like explosions and stuff, right? This is kind of on Sid. All right, let's just fix Sid's equipment here. Want to make sure he's got it, the right things equipped. Yeah, we're good. All right, so we do have a fail up here. So if I completely bone up the Calbrana fight, then that's a fail. We don't have a fail yet, and we're already in the underworld. So when I was a kid, because of my TV, the top of the screen was cut off, and I couldn't see the doll bouncing. So the whole idea of like Yang see he like sensing there was a monster was not there because I couldn't see the doll bouncing above the wall because my TV cut the top off of it. All I saw was just like the ceiling, and that was it. So the goal here is to kill all the dolls before they transform. They'll basically transform if they get a turn while no other type of doll is alive. Did you also know that you can stack slow twice here? Yeah, so slow works obviously, but if you do slow twice, it has more effect. Hey, I did it. I missed it. I did it again. Oh my god. All right, this is, well, it should work at least on him. Okay. That was intended for everybody. So this game has the mechanic that it prioritizes all the status effects, and you can't get a status effect if you have one that's higher on the list. So paralysis is below mute. So if you do paralysis and you're already muted, it doesn't work. So my original goal was I would get more turns, but it's fine. But it does show it off that because he was muted, he didn't get paralyzed. Also, this whole scene is amazing. I was in awe as a kid. It was like, oh my god, this is amazing. That mist blew my shadow dragon away. Yeah, there's your mist noise. It has a few uses. You can use mist on ogres because they're resistant to magic damage, but mist will still work. Mist fail. Oh my god, her HP? Do you mean that in a good way? Usually when I get here, she has like 300. It's so low. Yeah. It always is though, right? Like, even when everybody else's HP caps out, I think her HP caps out at like 5,000, while everyone else is like 7 or more. You know, we could have stopped the hand. Now, the question is going to be, am I going to be a terrible person and cast warp? The hand has plot armor. Well, I mean, it has gauntlet, right? So I could cast warp here and just be really naughty. I'm not going to do that. We're going to play this the way the game intended. Oh, lolly ho, get the hell out of the way. All right, so Iridia is going to get change because it's int. She gets the tiara because it's a lot of int. She gets, oh, I have to give her the wizard armor here. There. She's pretty much set now. We'll get one flame spear. All right. And I believe so. I remember when I was a kid, I was trying to get like what's like the best armor to get like certain stats up really high. And I'm pretty sure Rune Ring is like the best ring for Rydia just for like int. But you end up capping it anyway, so all right, we can toss a whole load of stuff here. Oh, yeah, it's Yang, duh. And what was the other thing? Oh, did I accidentally get double fire armor? Oh no, I didn't. Oh, I didn't. Oh, that's right. Okay. Whew. I was afraid that I bought double again. Dwarf axe isn't that amazing. It's actually an aerial attack, which is kind of interesting. It reduces your speed though. Will actually give Yang a strength rune for now. He won't have much magic defense, but he's not going to need it because he's just going to punch everything to death way faster. All right, I think it's this one here, right? Yep. And then we have this bloody room for no, like, this is just complicated for no good reason. All right. Black belt goes on you. All right, get rid of the karate, get rid of this, get rid of that. There, we got cure ones, cure twos, we're good. We'll take the carrots just because. All right, next stop is the Tower of Babel. We'll fight stuff as we go. We got lots of tents. Starting to get cabins too. All right, we got the healing pot that we're going to use for basically the rest of the time we're playing this game mostly. All right, let's see what Rydia has. Rydia, she does not have virus. She should get virus very soon. It's probably twice. It's literally probably the next level. And we have 10 levels we need to grind on Rosa. But not yet. Basically, we need Rosa about 10 levels higher by the time we get back to the underground. I think these can drop Goblin or like Imp Summon. I like how we got one fight and Rose is already at half health. She does have lots of MP though, which is good. All right, up we go. I'll do it for you, Johnny. Yeah, why not? Hey, there's virus. Who needs summon magic? We have fires. Actually, that's not entirely true. We'll still have a little bit of use for summon magic. It's just, it's completely like overwritten by virus. I wish Rydia still got prey. 2,000 damage. All right, I thought we learned our lesson about walking between people shooting missiles at each other. Did we just do this like 15 minutes ago? All right. We'll get the chests as we go up. Yeah, I got a tent like right in front of everybody. Stop banging around out there. Trying to sleep. Cute dolls. Now I think the Marion can give you a rune or a rune staff. Oh, I'm gonna virus that one evil doll, aren't I? Yep. All right. What is going on with my microphone? Vibrating. Funny enough, that flame hurts so much because I have fire armor on. What the hell? Oh my god. Because fire armor does a really good job at protecting you against ice, but actually makes you weak against fire. I guess if you're already burning, it's just going to burn you more. We'll have Iridia take care of this. I think I have this timed so Iridia always ends up going last because of her agility. Iridia is kind of a machine. She's kind of scary. Shiva is the clown. All right, well, ice to Stone Man. She has a jester hat. Hmm. All right, let's switch this out for something not as terrible. I always forget that for some reason, these little side rooms, the treasure rooms, have like absolutely ridiculously high counter rate. Rosa, don't. Like, I think it's almost guaranteed to get into a fight in like every single one of the rooms. These guys aren't really worth the effort. Although you can get Medusa arrows from them. See? Yep. There's my fight. I still, to this day, I still have aversions to chimeras for them. Like, there's some reason in this game, I'm absolutely terrified of them. I don't know why. No. Actually, I think the thing about the blacklist is the money. They don't give you any money. Because the money you drop is comparable to the money they would drop. So all right, so let's get this to archer arrows. Oh, my poor game. Hopefully I don't have any issues with Mystic Quest. Hey, it's tofu. So we have to follow the rule, which is use the element that they look like. They're white, so use ice. Rydia, you're allowed to cast. Start burning some of my cure ones. Ah. My Super Nintendo's exploding. Don't die, little friend. Egg. What do you think we got inside? There's like a 90% chance it's a black lizard. It's a black lizard. This one's not too threatening. Although I think it can paralyze you. I think that's the only thing it does. All right. Egg. We'll leave this for Kane again. Can't believe we're running away from eggs. Haha, we gave it a computer virus. All right. No. Oh, the background. My poor SNES. I may need to buy a new one. All right, almost there. Yeah, this is where you start getting Flame Man and Chimeras. All right, we're not going that way. We're going this way. All right. So in this room, we can actually fight Medusa. And they have petrification like Medusa arrows, but they also have a Medusa sword, which I have seen drop once ever. But I think I've seen just about every drop in this game. At least once. All right, almost there now. All right, there's Rubicon. Off he goes. All right, this is like our Dr. Wily. We'll do it the fun way. Go, Balnub. Grr. Ouch, not me. Them over there. Grr. Beat them up. Hmm. Oh, my dear. I will operate him. Directly now. What's this button? Hey, we win. I like that there's a little transform. Right before he jumps off the screen, his palette changes. Oh, he's almost dead. So laser does damage like based on how much health he's missing, or how like percentage of his maximum health. So the fact that laser did that little much means he's basically dead already. All right. But the game was very nice to us and just left us in poison. That was a nice easy 100 MP. Oh, Kane's over 1,000 now. Kill that first. That was a crappy roll. All right. We don't need to go save. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I have an hour to get to my goal. Nothing to see here either. Ah. All right, Rydia's done to cleanup crew. All right, they destroyed the controls, so now I guess the cannon's out of control. Oh, Yang. No. Oh no. Now we have the walk of shame. Actually, I will heal my guys. Just in case. Oh my gosh, my SNES. All right. So we're just going to walk out. I'm not really going to fight anything. Although if I did find a Medusa, I'd fight it, but I think they're only in that one room. Okay. The egg surprised us. All right. So once we finish this area, we will be back off to the overworld. Golbez was amused briefly. It's fine because it's here. Shucks. All right. Sid, what are you doing? Bye, Sid. All right. So he told us to go to Baron. We got to go talk to his buddies who are just over here. All right. All right, we now have the hook. So we'll go back to the hovercraft that we had yesterday, if I can park on top of it. All right, so we go through these shoals over here. I have enough inventory space for now. Most of this crap is about as good as the stuff before. Skulls all fight, sure, why not? Okay. So what time is it here? It is 7:41. We got about 50 minutes for my goal. All right, so sell. Charm done. That's 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 done. All right, now we have to go to the other room. All right, ice and then ice. And then you go from wizard to black. This stuff we don't need, I don't think. No. Yeah. Don't really need a boomerang. I'll sell off my stuff though. That's what I'll do. There's a cure one in that other room. We don't really need it. That's okay. We'll kill these. Oop. We don't really need Rydia's help on this one. We got white arrows. Hard pass. And did he cure 2? Fire 2. Hmm. This whole cave is kind of an S cave. You all the way up, all the way back down again. And then you come all the way back up again. Ooh, egg. Lemire, okay. Okay, there's cure 3. That's good. I'll take as many elixirs as I can get. No. Anything with bats, we're just going to kind of skip. Mostly because vampire just takes so freaking long to do anything. All right, we are almost to our tent spot. I'll just go this way first to get this chest here. Now I'm doing this fight now instead of later. Just because I want the experience on less people. To be honest, that's the only reason. Oh boy, the drain sword. right, we're gonna use another tent. Just because tents only recover at 100 MP anyway. All right. Slow, slow, slow. Was it flame? I will show you how. All right. So with this, we get edge and we have our party. Yay. Nothing could possibly go wrong now. Alrighty. Edge. We'll give him strength so that he's not total trash. The problem with Edge is I think when they designed him with the idea of, oh, he has really high agility, so he'll get turns more often, so he doesn't need to be doing as much damage, but it's not really how the world, that's not how the world works. Egg. Oh, let me I'll make it brings up a good point. All of my content is on YouTube. As I finish each individual game, it'll get posted. So everything up to Final Fantasy Legend 3 is up there right now. So if you miss something here, you always have the ability to see it there. The Legend playthroughs were a lot of fun too. FF Legend 1 was kind of funny. No. I don't mind about the sorcerer in that fight. I don't like the blade men because they counter with virus. Oh, balloons. We'll fight balloons. Where's my iron arrows? Here we are. These also have a chance to drop bomb. I've never seen it here though. Okay. I'm trying to do this a specific way. I don't have many. I want Black Cat's dead because they'll just instantly one shot you, so. Uh, 6,700. Yeah, that's not great. All right. Going into the menu didn't mess it up that time. Don't need Ridia's attacks on this one, I don't think. All right. This is going to be a test. Try Toad. They're weak against Mini. Maybe they're weak against Toad. All right. Nope. Piggy maybe though. Well, it was worth a try. We'll go back to our backup plan, which is Mist. Although, we might not get it off, actually. Hey, we do. I do that mostly for money. Because you really only fight ogres like in this area. Although I think it also works against giants. Oh, yeah, we'll fight this. I think I'll just like leave Kane the way he is. Yeah. Well, there is size. No. That one will be a hard pass. Oh. Omega has opened its arena. You can do lucky 7 to get some marks. Johnny, this is your lucky chance. You might get enough to gamble everything away. Oh, you have enough to gamble. Yeah, you're already there. There's a like a 10-second cooldown. Oh god, Edge, don't die. One day, Johnny. All right. Where am I at, man? Yeah, I got lots of MP. You're just losing. Well, so it doesn't cost you anything. You're just not earning anything either. You got 777, so I don't know what you're talking about. All right. We have to make a detour here. Oh my god. This is probably the worst encounter in here. Because you want to one-shot the black cats so they're the blaster you and kill you. All right, give me the money. $82,000 in one chest. God, what's with all back attacks? All right. We are now friends with... Oh, never mind. All right, I'm going to take this chance to have a snack. I will bring you all down to the Hades. They play Hades too. Sweet. Dad, Mom, what's wrong with you? I mean, one looks like I mean, look at them. It's like, what's wrong with you? Like, do your parents always look like that? It's me, Edge. They became conscious. Edge, listen. We're no longer human. We must not live long. I'm sorry, dear. Before we lose our mind, we must go. Mind? We have one mind? Take care, Edge. No, please. Don't go. It's okay, Johnny. Give me 1 second. I'll do this for you. Just give me 1 moment here. Uno second. Mm-hmm. One second here. Try it again. Just to gamble all. Yeah, you need to hit rock bottom. Ah! Oops. No. Look what you did, Johnny. You can't even lose right. Wretched Lugai, how dare he? Now you're rich, yeah. Rubicon, I'm never going to forgive you, never. Lugai turned your parents into monsters on his own. I apologize for that. I'm not like the others, you see. I want to play fair. Shut up. All right, let's go. Oh, bye, Rosa. I will donate $20 if we get his final speech in the battle. Which is harder than it sounds. Oh, sorry, Edge. The really sad part is I don't really care if Edge lives or dies. We didn't get it. Bye, Rubicante. Oh, wow. Well, the storm that was supposed to hit us apparently is here now. My house just shook. All right. We're going to try to like plow through this because I don't want to lose this progress just in case. Because I see a lot of flashing outside. Pitfall? All right, we're just going to flee out of here. Yeah, of course. All right, so Once we clear this out, our next primary mission is Sealed Cave, as well as cleaning up all the side stuff. What? Not what with a question mark, what with an exclamation mark. So our next big thing is we're going to have a little bit of a grind. Not yet, though. There, okay, we're safe now. So we're going to go to the king and explain that the plan to collect all the crystals failed. Every time we've had a chance to collect crystals, we've lost them all. So we're going to go find another one. No, come on, let's go. There we go. All right, Sid blew himself up with a bomb, but didn't die. So we need 2 spells in our grind. We need float and we need reflect or wall. We get float first. Once we get float, we'll do Sylph Cave. Because we can pretty much like just tighten through, like basically you run away from everything and you just do the trap chests. And you just tighten them. All right. Sid's not actually dead. Again. All right, let's get out of here. All right, we do what all responsible people do. We drink from the magic pot. We're gonna go get rid of a key item. There. All right, so we're in Tamra. We'll just take the free loot. That's about all there is of value here. All right, we don't need any of this. All right, but we will take 2 of those, 2 of those. It's a lot of our money, but it's going to make the grind modestly more easy. Not really, but at least we're getting rid of the silver helmet that we've had for like all 2 hours. I'm going to keep the rune. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to keep everything. I'll keep the ring on me just in case. All right. So now we're kind of in a bind. Rosa is level 29. We need to get her to like 36. So we're going to have to do a grind. That's pretty much, I think we're probably going to do the Sylph Cave grind. However, we're going to pause that time. No, that's not what we're doing. We're doing that. I'm going to press the right button this time. All right, we're going to wrap it up for today. Johnny, congratulations on getting rich. Let me make sure I save here. So in-game time, we are at 519. We're just kind of blazing along here. All right, time stop for real. All right, we will be back tomorrow with basically, we're going to have to do the grind. So I could try to like do the sealed cave, or at least try to clear it. But actually we can try, because the doors are worth a lot of experience. Because I think if I do a jump, virus, and then Titan, that should kill it in 2 turns, like in 2 rounds. I think. But we'll see. I got to think about it. So I'm going to think about it tonight. And then when we come back tomorrow, well, we're definitely doing the grind tomorrow, one way or the other. We are going to raid Pi. Pi is currently playing Peak. So if everyone has an awesome night, we are going to head off there and do that stuff. We'll be back tomorrow at 5:30 Eastern time. And yeah, we'll keep on doing this. I don't think we're going to finish this tomorrow because we do have to do the grind. but we will probably finish this. Well, we'll finish it on the weekend because I will do a stream on the weekend to finish it off. So if everybody has an awesome day. My connection is unstable because there's a bunch of lightning outside right now. But yeah, have a great one. And we will be back tomorrow. Say hi to Pi. Check out, let's see what she's up to. Have a good night, guys. Bye.